let me know. Like, is there a Crystals in your local area? Because I haven't seen a Crystals in
I feel
a
like it's.
long time.
I
And
think.
to be frank, I don't like the frequent places that might have a Crystal because it's probably ridden with crime and drugs and sex workers, unsanctioned sex workers. So I'm good on that. The
I guess
big fucking hard pass for me.
usually off of the highway somewhere, or
So
yeah,
drugs,
some
meth,
yeah
unsanctioned sex workers.
some
Yes.
shady areas. Not the best places to go if you're looking for some crystals, but
Oh my god.
yeah.
Crystal meth.
You
That's
look.
what y'all looking for. Is crystal meth. We'll fire crystal for the boys. Get us through the
Jesus,
weekend. Oh my
nasty.
god. Salute to the people that came in here listening to us talking about the correlation of crystals and crime. Whatever candidate is running to defund crystals, that they're getting my vote. Like on God.
Easy,
Defund
easy.
crystals. I'm in there. I'm at the ballot box. I'm punching my ticket. I don't care who it is, but defund crystals immediately. But yeah, there's no amount of money you could pay me to eat crystals. Not doing it. I'd probably eat a meat mountain before I eat crystals. Like that's how low on the totem pole I think
Ooh,
crystals is.
ooh, that's risky because crystals. Say what you want, them burgers are small. That meat mountain is massive. It's massive. It's a lot to take down. Yikes.
Yeah, hard pass. Yeah, not doing that.
Okay.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through
No.
a time of swallowing where everything was
Swallowing.
overwhelming and you
Whoever. I feel like that
He
just kind of
probably
went
left.
away. That just kind of we just kind of forgot about whatever he had going on there.
Hey, there's a lot of stuff that went away. Like, where's Diddy at? Who shot Drake's man's? Um,
Yeah.
it's a lot of just things just come and go with our very short attention span. The year of our Lord 2024. Um, like Charlemagne disappeared. I mean, he'd be out here, but he's not as prominent as he used to be. Um, I don't know. Maybe Taxstone's phone got taken in jail. He don't be tweeting no more. Like, it's just a lot of weird shit that be going on out here that is a lot to keep up with that I honestly
That
don't really care about.
that's
All right.
why I'm always at a belief for if anything happens, if you're ever in trouble or your name is getting drugged to the mud, just be quiet for a week and something else will happen and they will forget all about you and they'll get on someone
Yeah,
else's
like
ass.
the whole Ti thing back in the day that just disappeared. The Young Thug trial has kind of been on the back burner. Um,
That's because people want that nigga out of jail and they're insane for it.
yeah, that I can't wait till they do the Dateline episode or they do the reenactment or the Tubi movie about the Young Thug trial. It'll be one for the ages. My
Tubi's
God, like
that's funny. Breeze, that's the funniest thing you ever said. And you do not
yeah,
be saying funny shit.
Damn.
that's
You
And what you
are
gonna
a
say?
bitch.
That's hate, like Marcus? Weak sauce
Get
ass.
back in the
Hey
kitchen.
y'all, how you doing?
All I
Get
know
back
is
in the kitchen.
Oh, is that all you got? Weak
every
ass, lame ass joke.
yeah.
That bitch is tired. Like me
everything.
hearing that shit. Go ahead, Marcus. I'm so sorry.
Shout
I
out to
was gonna
shout out to soy
say
sauce. Yes, I
they
did see his funky ass lawyer got arrested. Shout out to you, soy sauce. Definitely tap in. Appreciate you checking in, subscribe, so we can
Where the nigga that was
purchase
talking about
soy
gay shit?
sauce. Oh, that fan. I
he
need to
said,
get the fan
what
talking
y'all
to
talking about in here? Gay shit? Like,
Hey,
you're not wrong.
I mean, shout out to Pride Month. Shout out to Pride Month. But real quick, just how am I doing? I'm very tired. But I did have an interesting observation this week. So I was at an appointment somewhere
Okay.
and I overheard a gentleman speaking to a lady at the counter.
Okay.
And he was like, hey, how's your day going? She's like, it's going good, but it'd be great if somebody would just give me $1 million. He was like, oh, $1 million, if they give you that money, you have to worry about the taxes. I'd rather just take 100,000 to be good.
What?
And I was just like,
Let me just say, he
it
didn't
took me a
pass.
second to.
Nah, you can't engage with that big dog. You gotta leave that nigga where he is at the counter. Like,
Johnny
nah.
had 2 apples.
You can't listen to nothing that nigga
David
say
had
ever.
4 cookies, and you took away 1 cookie, bro. Dog, that's the whole meme about like the government, like, or where they talk about like raising taxes for people in like super high tax brackets, and then people that make like $40,000 are freaking out. It's like, big dog, this isn't for you. Like, this doesn't
This isn't for
involve you.
you. It
You
doesn't
ain't got to worry about
involve you
them.
at all. You don't have nothing to worry about. All that nigga had to be like was, damn, me too. But instead, he over here trying to do the math, and the math doing him. We don't like that.
Bro, that's a. If I had to guess, if I had to profile this, what do we call them? A printer paper person. It was giving
Printer
like
paper person.
hashtag PPP. Yeah, it was giving like kind of conservative, like, you know, that mindset, like, oh yeah, the taxes and the government and don't take my guns, because that was the stupidest thing I'd heard in quite some time.
That's one of those things
Like,
where
bro,
they feel
even,
like they're being smart about it, but they're not.
yeah, because bro, even if they took 50% of $1 million in taxes, that's still 5 times what you requested, and that's not counting the
Literally.
taxes. They're going to take off the 100,000 that you said that you would rather have. So
Literally, I was like, she would literally be left with $900,000. Like, you don't. The math isn't mathing here at all.
yeah,
Unrelated. Did Marcus tell you that I thought y'all was cousins? Why you get
okay,
quiet? I
so
thought
all
y'all was
black people like
cousins.
that. That's
Okay, see, now I gotta tell you the
crazy.
same story I told Marcus, because that's exactly what he said to me. That's exactly what he said. Okay, we don't. You know what?
Good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stink.
So, first of all, I genuinely thought y'all were cousins because, one, y'all do actually look alike. Y'all do favor. Let's start out there. Number one. But number two, I was like, y'all favor. Y'all on the pod together. Y'all got a little group chat. I was like, maybe they're cousins. Right now, since you trying me up, I'm going to have to go tell you a story where I had a moment where I was like, okay, let me check my biases. So, it's okay. Marcus already heard this. Marcus, you can stay quiet. You can stay silent. So, Breeze, I'm working after school care at my job, right? I didn't deserve that, and you know it.
Keep going.
And you know it. Hold on. This is the best part.
Continue with your story.
Joke's on you. I fuck with this song. Hold on.
A fucking loser.
Fuck you. So basically, working aftercare at my job, and it's these 2 kids that look exactly alike. They have the exact same face. It's a girl and a boy. They got the exact same face. So I'm over here talking to myself. I'm just like, Yana, you got to check their biases, because just because they look similar does not mean they're related. Like, you know, I wanted to ask somebody, like, are these kids related because they look so similar? But I was like, bruh, they in 2 different grades. They probably don't even know each other for real like that, right? And so one day, one of the parents of the kids comes in, and she's like, hey, I'm here to pick up my son, so-and-so, and I'm looking for my niece. And I was like, hold on. Wait, your niece? I'm like, which one of them is your niece? And it turned out the 2 kids I thought looked alike were actually cousins. And their moms are sisters. And so I was like, maybe this is one of those same situations where you guys are actually cousins and not just close friends that happen to look alike. I mean,
nobody cares.
Moving on.
I just want you to know you going to hell.
Story.
You going to hell.
Know.
Straight up.
I
One-way trip, you ain't past to go. They ain't even gonna put you in that afterlife waiting room. They're gonna send you straight down that flaming elevator, and they're gonna watch your ass incinerate. Your soul gonna be set on fire. You going to hell.
Jesus.
Go ahead. Next topic.
I was gonna say that like us and like Tech, we've been in a group chat for a very long time. So
like, so y'all ain't got no other friends?
No, I mean we got other friends, but it's kind of like a thing where, you know, you have there's like the main group chat. Like we had a group chat before fucking Telegram.
So y'all saying y'all old?
Mature.
Okay, we'll go with that.
You came in with some real like aggressive energy today. What's going on? You good? Are you
I came in here telling y'all that I thought you guys were cousins one time, and Breeze came in here playing the fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm ass album. I mean soundtrack. I Actually, you know what? Let me bring it down. And if you think I got aggressive energy, let me bring it down. I just left the fish fry. My cousins do an annual Father's Day fish fry. I just left there. It was hot outside, but I had my little fan on me, so we were good. It was good to see my family. It was a wonderful time. I literally had a fantastic time. Last week I was at my mom's side at a family reunion. This week I was at my dad's side at this fish fry. It was great. It was great. He got to catch up with my cousins. We just shit. I mean, not shit, Lord. We just sat there, talking shit, popping shit. It was so much fun. Loved it. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Any
Awesome.
further questions? Yeah, it's a great day. It's a great day. I don't have aggressive energy at all. Y'all just think I'm aggressive because Breeze be trying me up and I have to, plop, plop on a nigga. That's what I'm saying. But we good. We're good. So to God. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
So Elon
Number one
Musk
hater.
has recently allowed porn on Twitter, right? Which is kind of
Child,
crazy.
my
Which is
burner
kinda-
account says otherwise. Go ahead.
Which is crazy because I've had to mute hella accounts. So I don't know what that means per se. Him allowing porn on the timeline. Does that mean like you can't get suspended for like the penis?
I heard
Is there a
that
limit to this?
the reason that likes became private was because he liked a humiliation page and it started going viral. And so to curb that situation, he he put everybody's likes on private.
Well, this is also a bad move for him. Like you just got to kind of you have to take that embarrassing hit of having your likes exposed, because once you put it out there that this app is now allowing pornography on that site or on that app, you're less likely to have your app promoted in like the app stores and get like legitimate sponsors, because a lot of people they don't sponsor apps or businesses associated with that kind of stuff. Like you're not gonna see you'll probably see Twitter fall down the rankings in the Apple store because they're not going to promote that stuff, because kids be on the app store, your grandma's on the app store. They don't want people thinking that, or Apple doesn't want people thinking like, hey, we push pornographic apps. Like this is bad business
Twitter,
all around.
now with dicks.
It's one thing to everybody acknowledges like, hey, there's going to be porn there. But once the head guy is like, hey, we are now allowing porn. We can now, like, you can now come here for that. We're not like he's promoting it, but he almost is promoting like, hey, you can now do that here. So now if I'm, the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, why would I feel comfortable pushing Twitter to my users knowing that they're now promoting pornography over there?
That's actually
shout out to Hassan. He said that the amount of pornography on Twitter is ridiculous. I had to hop off. I mean, I actually took I went on Twitter like all week this week, but I just had to block a bunch of pages. I mean, if you like block some pages and turn on people's retweets, you should be. Oh man, but yeah,
I'm be yawning on here, bro. It's after 11. Like
the struggle is it's only 8:30 here. I'm dying. Porn. Yes.
I mean, I do like the likes being private, because it is a thing where like there was a time where the timeline was just so convoluted with so much nonsense that now I'm seeing your likes on the timeline. Like, I don't need to see that stuff.
I agree that you don't need to see your likes on the timeline. I hate that he changed retweet to repost. Like, that shit makes me want to vomit. But I think the likes thing, I just don't like how these apps, Twitter and Instagram, are just doing this thing where like now all of a sudden your timeline is filled with people you don't even follow. And that was my thing with the porn. Like, I don't even follow these pages. And now people that are liking these pages, word to Lowski, because it was some shit that he liked. And I'm like, whoa, God, bitch. Literally, I'm like, nigga, I just started following you. What the hell are you talking about?
That's a dangerous game right there. Someone should have warned you about that one first. You just can't.
Bro.
You need to skim that timeline before you hit that follow button on that one. he do that
That's
shit
your
broad
fault.
daylight.
No, like, dude, I'm sitting here. Literally, I had thought that like I left my burner page up because that's how literally I was like, what the fuck, man? I'm like, I just followed you. Yeah, literally had just followed him like the day before or something like that. Like it was really, really recent. I was like, this is a lot on the TL for a new hire. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't mute him or anything, but I'm definitely like, bro, I can't. It's much like what is that place called? It's much like Tumblr, in my opinion. Like Tumblr has, I mean, just excessive.
But they had to change. They changed their whole steez over there too, to where people ended up leaving because I guess I feel like did they bring it back?
Yeah, they brought it back like 10 years later. That whole Tumblr Yahoo merger ass shit, that shit started when I was in like fucking 11th grade, man.
I when I left Tumblr, I never went back. I was just like, I can't. This is a lot. It
I
was a
just
lot back then.
remember I just remember them like putting out a press release or something saying that they're no longer not a press release is probably a stretch to say they're allowing porn, but there was some news that was put out that was saying like Tumblr now allows porn again, but also like I don't know. I feel like a lot of pages know how to get around things. Like it doesn't matter if Twitter was allowing, porn pages or not. Like folks still posting on OnlyFans and they still posting booty holes and dicks and it's still being seen by somebody. I don't know how much of this is being allowed or, lazy policing on either side's part. But we live in a secular society.
That's another thing too. We were talking about earlier, things that just like disappeared, like where's Diddy at? We never really figure out who shot Drake's mans at his house. What else we was talking about?
Drake did, duh. He just paid somebody to do it.
Oh, also, like, whatever happened to the dude that was threatening to sue Drake and academics with the pictures? That whole thing just disappeared.
They probably got into what's next.
And then two, there's a whole like campaign on Twitter where people were just like, "Oh, Twitter's about to be over, and here's my email address if Twitter stops working because they fired all the engineers and." Oh, I'm going to
some of this shit is
all these other sites. Like it's
mass
fucking
panic,
bro.
Like Twitter's not fucking down.
It's engagement farming. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah. Mass panic, engagement farming, bullshit, making bullshit fly. Like, I'm not. Twitter's not shutting down. I remember there's a lot of panic about that when Elon first hopped on because so many people had quit. I'm like, bro, Twitter's not shutting down. Elon isn't dumb enough to let everybody quit. I know he upped some pay raises in some departments. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody ain't your shit. Somebody got called into the office and got that 5K raise.
I mean, what I would say is like, is Twitter cooked though? Like, because it's dumb right now. Yeah. I feel like, and I said this before, I think the whole blue check thing, I think that they're probably, and it's not even probably, they're not prioritizing people's like content or tweets that don't pay for it, which is cool. But like before, you could have that like organic experience on Twitter, like getting some tweets off and them kind of going somewhere. I just don't feel like that happens anymore as much. And I know there was like bots and little groups that push tweets and stuff like that. Because I used to see tweets that would have like 30,000 or just a wild amount of retweets. I rarely see that anymore.
For no reason.
Famous account, so it's just like there's something that's going on. So it doesn't seem like the same experience. Either that or it's just I've blocked so many people and muted so many people that I just have everything. So that could also be.
You the old man telling people to get off your porch. That's what it sounds like. Well, the virtual man.
Nah, I have a low tolerance for foolishness. Like you get to, case in point, Cardi B posted a tweet years ago, and it did end up being somebody's booty hole, and I was like, "You're done. You're out of here. I'm never."
Shout out to the
You're
boys.
done. You're done, right? Or just people just that retweet misinformation or disinformation, just like stuff that's blatantly not true, or
Mhm.
people that engage with stuff that's just clearly just goofy behavior. I'm like, fam, why are you? I don't give a fuck. And you shouldn't give a fuck either. So
You shouldn't give a fuck either. That
you gotta
right
go.
there is
Yeah.
the fucking. I just feel like all of this stems on you giving more of a fuck than necessary. Truth be told, all of this social media shit stems on you giving more of a fuck than necessary. And when you give more of a fuck than necessary, you're able to engage in the content farming shit and stuff like that. And literally all this shit comes down to is we don't need to care like that. We don't need to care like that. We don't. Like nobody needs to care about whatever the hell is going on with Twitter around Twitter. Like Twitter's gonna be fine. Nobody's letting Twitter fucking shut down. But even like the stuff that just gets boosted on there, I'm like, bro, I feel like from the perspective of somebody that stepped away from social media and came back later, I feel like I've been looking at this stuff just like you can't tell somebody trying to play you and to get upset. Like you can't read this sentence or watch this video and be like, somebody obviously filmed this with the thought of let's see how many people we can piss off with this content. Let's see how many people get upset. Let's see how many people content. Let's see how many people comment. You can't look at this and just tell that off rip. Like you can't just watch this video and know that somebody just trying to like.
But see, that's the thing. I don't know if it's like actual real people. Like, are people just this stupid, or is it like bots, or is it a combination of both? Because like, man, you're not having shit to do all day.
Think bots are used to push content, but that content don't. I feel like I could be wrong about this. Let me start out by saying it. If I say it first, I could be wrong. Okay, but I feel like bots are used to push content, but the outrage has to be legitimate first. Does that make sense?
Yes. But I do think it's real people posting just dumb stuff to make a couple dollars off of quote retweets and angry rage baiting. Like there's no reason for me to see a blue check Twitter account post that Bobby Altoff is just as attractive as Tim's. Like I know what you're doing. You're trying to get a reaction out of people. And he did. The person that tweeted that,
I saw that and I was like, come on, y'all. I'm gonna need y'all to be some stronger soldiers in this. Like they playing. I'm like, they playing in your face at this point because that nobody thinks that. Nobody thinks that.
But here's the thing though. It legitimately works. Like I haven't watched the video entirely, but I don't know if you guys have seen that this like conservative white girl that was on, she did like a TikTok or something, and she said the N-word about, she was like, oh, I don't, yeah. And so she did that with an intent of getting people so mad that it would, or getting black people so mad that it would boost her up so high that conservatives would hire her and give her a job. Like she said that I think the company that she worked for got a little bit of hate mail or whatever. She didn't get fired. She said she said she resigned because she knew because she knew it was coming or whatever. And then she even put out a post about it saying like, yeah, the black community is so easy to play on this app or on social media. All you have to do is just say anything to get them riled up, and it's like the black girl that was saying that her family kicked her out of the house because she was a conservative or a MAGA supporter, and then all the MAGA people like filled up her GoFundMe. It's the same thing that white people do with black people.
Well, that was a black excellence right there, finessing these people.
It was.
I need to get in that bag here.
Exactly.
A couple months. You see some shit.
But it's all a game to a lot of these people, and I just wish more people would kind of, when you see a post that is so egregious and outrageous, before you engage with it, do they have a blue check mark? Does this seem like a legitimate thing that someone with any common sense would say? If not, you just gotta block and move on. And if you want to kind of expose it on the timeline, screenshot the tweet and then block them. But you don't. the more engagement and likes and attention you give them, you're literally giving them more money. That's what you're doing for these people. And
that's just the thing. It's fucking
like,
stupid.
and I know some people think that my posts are like trollish, or I'm just out there trying to get a reaction. If I was getting paid, like if I knew that things that I said could, get such a reaction that I could get a few dollars from it, the stuff I would post would be way worse. Like way worse. The stuff that I talk about, I say it because I believe it. And I've said it before, and I've had conversations about these things in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just shooting from the hip. Like, these are conversations that I've had with people that I'm just like, all right, let me see what other people think about it. But like, if you told me that the wild stuff I said could get me a few dollars, the stuff that I would say wouldn't even make sense to, my brand or my personality. It just wouldn't make sense. It would just be to outrage people. And I ain't got that dog in me like that. I ain't got it.
Yeah, that's too much of a full-time job to engage with them people on the timeline. But shout out to Twitter for being annoying as hell all the time.
Not your heads, on your shoulders pretty solidly, because there was a lot of critical thinking that I just don't think a large majority of people on Twitter just can't fucking do. I think that Twitter and like Instagram and all these pages, I think that they get you so sucked in and having to defend the fact that you're right about thinking something. Like, think about all the people that were like, this white girl said nigga, let's talk about it, like, oh, I'm so offended, like, what the fuck. Like, the moment I saw that video, I was like, she trolling. Like, you can't take no shit like that seriously. Trying to get that money. And she resigned because she was getting that money regardless. Like, she farmed the fuck out that content, and y'all ate it right on up. And I'm not even gonna hold you. It was funny as fuck. Like, I chuckled, and I was just like, shouldn't do that. And then got out of there.
She doubled down and did it again.
That was so funny. Like, you heard me. Like, in the comments, like, I said that shit. She said all my homegirls with broke ass niggas, and I was like, ooh.
I was like, wait, what?
I was like, girl, my homegirls too, but you're not supposed to say it.
Oh my god.
Say it. That's the thing. Like, all these people that now and then when she got fired, people are just like, that's what happens when you say. And I'm like, y'all don't see how easily
you're not seeing the vision.
Exactly. You don't see the vision.
Long term. Playing the long game.
They're playing the long game, and y'all are playing a right here, right now game. Bruh, I got to a point where I'm like, bro, Twitter is sucking me in. Like, I know you guys don't watch this show, so I'm gonna throw that out there. We'll start off with that. I know you guys do not watch The Challenge. And it's okay. I know you didn't watch the show. So there's a show, it's a reality TV competition show called The Challenge. And once I got to the point where I was fighting people about who should have won and how they were talking about this person on here and who should have got thrown into elimination, I was like, you know what? I don't know these niggas. They don't know me. What the fuck am I sitting here arguing with them about people that also don't know me and certainly ain't sharing none of that prize money with me for me to be on Twitter defending their ass? And that's the moment I had to log off. But that's
boggling to you, yeah.
Exactly. And that's the thing, like, Twitter sucks you in and makes you feel like you got to defend every single last opinion you have. If somebody else don't have that exact same opinion, now you're going back and forth with a nigga that's all the way in goddamn Utah talking about, sharing blows, and none of it fucking matters. In the grand scheme of everything, it don't fucking matter. Like, who gives a fuck? By the time you wake up in the morning, you're gonna be checking your phone to see if this nigga responded. Like, are y'all dating? Like, why are you sharing all that?
Yeah, like I said, I was on Twitter. I think pretty much the whole week. I'm trying to get out of the habit of going on to Twitter and going to read something else that actually matters.
My detox starting at 12 a.m. today. Well,
so
tomorrow.
Look at you. So there you go. Start your Father's Day off with a good Twitter detox. Shout out to all the fathers listening, participating in life. Shout out to the single mothers, the single fathers.
Shout out to Norris.
Whoever that person is.
My father?
Shout out to your father. Tell him to subscribe. Tell him to subscribe on YouTube. Apple Podcast.
Okay. Nigga said whoever that is, don't want to turn around. Okay.
shout out to you, big dog or little dog, whatever. But real quick, speaking of Twitter, I just saw on Twitter, and this is not even on top of the list, but apparently Alicia Keys and Jay-Z hit 1 billion streams for New York State of Mind or Empire State of Mind, what the fuck that song's called. Yeah.
You said for Pride?
And no, Empire State of Mind, my bad.
Okay,
But
I'm sorry.
like they posted a little promo video and talking about one dream, one song, 1 billion streams. Thank you, love you. What's next?
Shut up, Jay.
And my first thought is like, who cares? I guess. I mean, maybe that's hate.
None of this shit fucking. No, it's not. This shit don't fucking matter. I just told you. But go ahead.
Is it a good song? Is it a great song?
A little bit of hate. A little bit of hate. 1 billion streams is a lot. It's a lot.
Is it though? But
man, Olivia Rodrigo got that yesterday. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, that's a lot.
That's what I'm saying. We talk about the streaming thing. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors. Like this just could be some A1 promo. Like, how much money did the 1 billion streams get you? Like, let's have that conversation. If you're gonna make this out to be a big deal,
how much does Spotify pay?
That probably netted you like $35 or something like that. Like, who gives a fuck?
To be fair, New York State of Mind was on Blueprint 3, and Blueprint 3 came out in like 2008, I think 2009ish. So or maybe earlier than that, right? 2006?
No, later than that. I can tell you.
Either way, New York State of Mind came out before like the whole streaming thing really took off. So
2009, yeah,
2009. Oh, good guess. So a lot of those sales are like physical, like you went to iTunes and bought it or bought like the physical CD, but it is an accomplishment to get 1 billion streams, especially for a song that old technically. But you were asking the question on, is it a good song? And I would argue that it is not. And the only reason,
let me mute. So actually the song is ass, but
the song is kind of weak. But I think the reason why that song kind of blew up the way it did, I'm pretty sure either the Yankees or the New York Giants won the championship the same year that song came out. So that had a lot to do with this. So it's one of them things where it got the New York sports package stimulus.
50 mil
also,
is how much that'll give you.
50 mil.
I did my math right. But I'm not going to hold you. The Google calculator don't have commas, so it could be wrong. I got tired of counting zeros, but otherwise, it's either 50 mil or 5 mil.
Well, I'm trying to find a list of songs that have 1 billion streams. I don't know what like platform it was on. I guess maybe over a lot of platforms, but it says here that Drake's One Dance has 1 billion streams on Spotify. There's a Beatles song that has 1 billion streams on Spotify. So there's I don't know. What is this shit called?
Oh, Billions Club.
Let's see, USA Today.
Oh, it says Blinding Lights by the Weeknd. There's a whole playlist.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, why is this such a big deal to two very rich people? Like, again, to me, it seems like it's some sort of promo for something else.
Yeah. So for
Alicia Keys, Jay-Z collaboration.
Jay-Z trying to drop that good promo because he know that Surviving Diddy coming for him next.
Okay. They did say that this is
ain't no possibly, baby. He on a chopping block. Finally, the Beyonce can divorce the nigga, but he on a chopping block for sure. Can't wait.
They're saying it's a promotional tactic for a new song that they got coming out. But I looked it up. According to Snoop Dogg, he said that 1 billion streams, 1 billion streams netted him $45,000.
Oh shit. Okay, well I'm definitely wrong.
So I'm just like, yeah, dog. Let's talk about the pennies you're making for this shit. And also too in New York, if you've ever visited there and you've done like the touristy shit, if you ride in any of those double-decker buses, you're gonna hear that song at least 35 times within the day. Like they run that shit
here's
on
the
repeat.
thing. The thing
I mean, it's a
is,
cool vibe in New York, but it's just like there's
I just
so
think
many
it's the
other
perfect tourist
songs you
song.
could play that.
I think it's
It
literally
is,
the
yeah.
perfect tourism tourist. Like my aunt, when that song dropped, my ass was a little high schooler, you know, getting on Tumblr, looking at like NYC aesthetics, you know, playing that song in the background. You know, it's good for that. Like, come on, you got to New York for your first time.
Yeah,
You
it's a
haven't
safe
seen a
song.
rat yet. You're playing that song. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got the vibes. Also, if you look at the list of billion songs, or songs that hit a billion streams on Instagram, these songs like all deserve it, in my opinion.
They said Post Malone's out here twice. That's crazy.
I know that we are not fans of Post Malone on this chat, and after that girl threw up after smelling him, I think that's understandable. I'm not really anybody that avoids showering and deodorant, so I get that. But Sunflower is actually a very solid song.
Yeah, it's fire. It's a great song.
Sunflower is pretty
Yeah,
solid.
That's a Disney stimulus, though. That's a Disney Spider-Man, like first black superhero
Well,
movie
that's
that
Sony.
did crazy.
Sony.
That I think that is deserved. But even if like Shape of You, I get why Shape of You, you know, went hard. Sweater Weather, like, come on. That all as soon as you feel a little chill in the air and it's August, first thing I'm playing is All I Am Is a Man. Like, it hits. It's a hit that sticks like grits. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Unfortunately, in Las Vegas, it's like 110 degrees in August, so that's not a thing. But
you live in Vegas?
I do.
Have you lived in Vegas this whole time? Child, I thought you was in Augusta with goddamn Marcus. I just knew y'all was neighbors.
Okay.
That's why your ass be all up in the chat at fucking 5 a.m. where everybody else sleeping.
Yeah,
it's only 2 for you, and the sun ain't even gone down yet.
I ain't been to Augusta in a long time.
It's not probably will never out there, Marcus. You know what, Breeze? Next time I come to Vegas, we gonna kick it.
Let me know.
Well, my cousin ghosted me last time I went out there, so don't ghost me.
Oh wow. So staying on New York real quick, just thinking about some of the wild shit I've seen out there. I saw a grown man like pull his pants down to his ankles and piss on the sidewalk in broad daylight. Like, bro, what are you doing?
That sounds like the first thing you have to see out there. You got dicks out, or it's not New York. You need to see a dick, a rat, and a hot dog all in like the first 20 minutes. Are you not in the right place?
I've been in New York one time. I do not feel the need to ever go back to that cesspool again.
Wait a second, guys. We're not gonna do it.
Well, I've been twice. I went once to visit people, and then the second time I went to a concert. But yeah, New York is not. It's not what people make it out to seem like. Like the way it is portrayed on TV, it's like, oh, this is the best place in America. Like, this is one of the best cities ever. And it's like, slow down. It's not all that. It's not.
I'm over here planning the Labor Day trip. Like,
I'm saying it's cool to visit like a nice little after. For me, 4 days is pushing it in New York. Like on that fourth day, I'm like, all right, I gotta get out of here. This is too much.
Nah, man. I've said this many times. If I was rich, I'd live in New York City. Like,
you're crazy. I hate when you say
this. Find the facts. The most gods live in New York City. Or most gods live in New York City.
Most what?
Gods. You know,
gods?
Like Hermes, Hades, the motherfuckers. They live in New York.
The fuck?
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
What are you talking about?
Gosh.
Like the statues?
Okay. I think she's making a pun on the stores, maybe. I don't know. Anyway,
I think all the people that hype up New York are like big Sex and the City fans or something. Like, get out of here.
No, you got to think about it, man.
Understandable to be a Sex and the City fan.
Never seen Sex and the City.
Me neither.
But not, man. New York, you know, the birthplace of hip hop. You got all the
Allegedly.
major
Lord, wow, I thought you were
sports.
going to say
Allegedly.
Hitler. I thought you were about to say the
I'm
birthplace of Hitler.
Oh my god.
He would fit in there though.
Shout out to
Okay.
He did numbers in New York.
Okay, sorry. I'm not going to interrupt anything else you got to say, Breeze. Please say everything.
random fun factoid: Hitler is born on the same day as Luther Vandross, who was from New York City. So there we go.
Happy Pride.
Didn't think
Oh,
you
so
did
you
that.
saying in spirit?
Nah, they weren't. Well, same day, different years, obviously. Anyways, nah, man. Like you got hip hop, you got like world class restaurants, concerts, theater, literally anything you want to do. The city literally never sleeps. You can get up at 2 a.m. and there's people hustling and bustling. Again, you got the New York aesthetics. The summertime is great. It feels great. You can people watch. You can just
dirty.
walk around.
It's
Earth is dirty. Like what do you mean? Like,
New York is dirty.
I'm sorry.
New York as a city is one
I
of
have
the
been to
dirtiest
very
cities I've been
clean
to.
cities. You lying to me.
okay,
If,
well,
like for me, if it was like, you know, if I was to come up across a whole lot of money and I wanted to live in a place that was, you know, had a lot of, you know, black culture, music culture, great food, great, you know, walking around areas and better weather, I feel like I would take, you know, DC or New Orleans or even Vegas or LA, like one of those cities.
I
New
was
York,
definitely thinking Vegas, Atlanta,
Atlanta.
or
I'm staying away from Atlanta. I can't do Atlanta anymore.
what's wrong with Atlanta?
The traffic is just unbearable. It's unbearable, and it's not. And I don't. I mean, I'm not like a AT alien, so I don't really know like 100%. But it's just a lot of people, a lot of transplants. It's not, you know, the same kind
Yeah.
of, you know, Atlanta
I mean
that
that's
it used to be.
how.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think just for me, like everything that you can say about New York, I feel like I can get in a cleaner city that's not cold.
Except, and here's the one thing, and y'all can correct me on this. I have not been able to find late night food like I wanted
Go to New Orleans.
outside New Orleans.
I don't think you want to be in New Orleans in the late night if you're not from around.
No, here's the thing about New Orleans.
What?
New
Over New
Orleans,
York?
New Orleans is a very spiritual
Yes.
city, and I feel like you need to be real, like on your spiritual shit if you're gonna be living down there. And I love the level of confusion I'm getting in these eyeballs with Breeze right now. But and I know I don't come off this way because I talk a lot of shit. But I'm a pretty spiritual person. And I mean that sincerely. I'm a very spiritual person. And the energy I was feeling in New Orleans, I was like, girl, this is not no shit I need to marinate in for a long time. I need to pop my ass
Wow.
in here, show niggas and pop back out. No, I
I
don't.
love
New
New
Orleans
Orleans.
had. I mean, no, I'm not saying I don't love it. My experience was great, but also I could tell that like being in New Orleans, the energy of our friend group, like my trip to New Orleans, you know how everybody say you go to Miami, you don't come back friends. That was the trip to New Orleans. We went to New Orleans and we didn't come back friends.
That's crazy.
After that, I was like, nah, I need to come. If I'm here, I need shit to be right. Like I need shit to be like, we need to be perfect, or else it's gonna affect the entire event.
And it might just be more so of a personal thing. Like I have rarely
You
met
get
a
4
New Yorker that I like.
seasons. Like
I don't want 4 seasons. I want 3.5. I want 3 of them. I don't want winter.
again,
Keep
you
it.
say that so it's hot all the time.
I like no. I like.
It's cool to get a little- a
I'll
little
take-
It be
I'll
break.
cold as fuck in fucking Vegas. I get where he coming from. I went
Spring,
out there for New Year's.
spring, summer, fall. I love fall. I don't like. I hate winter. I hate winter. I'm not a winter person.
I
Fall.
don't mind
That's my
it
bag.
because I got a lot of long pants. Even though I like dressing like a hoochie mama, I done overbought on my long pants.
Yeah, that's true.
So I gotta wear these motherfuckers sometimes, and winter be winter. You feel what I'm saying? Perfect. But that's only because
That's
sometimes
fair.
show niggas. I know y'all don't know nothing about that. But anyway, what's the next
Yeah.
topic, Bree?
Yeah, we definitely went off the rails, and I am leaving in exactly 14 minutes. All All right, so
my
Kendrick
God.
Lamar, he's doing a show. Kendrick in Inglewood on Juneteenth. And I tweeted out earlier before this was announced that he just dropped the Not Like Us video on Juneteenth, which again I think was a good tweet, which got no traction. That's why I'm like, all right, man, Twitter's on some bullshit, right? So anywho, I kind of wanted to go to the show. Like I couldn't go, but even if I wanted to go, I probably couldn't go because apparently there's only like 18,000 seats in the. I think they're doing the Coliseum where
The Forum.
Oh, the Forum.
Oh, you trying to pull up on a nigga?
Yeah, it's not a massive venue, so it's apparently kind of small. So
he probably did it on purpose.
Yeah,
he want the locals there.
So,
he said he didn't want your bitch ass.
Yeah, I respect that.
My bad. That's not the right terminology.
He does it for the culture. Okay, he does it for the culture or whatever. So I guess he sold the tickets on Cash App. Like I didn't know we were selling tickets for it, but
on Cash App,
the Joe Budden.
He got to deal with Cash App.
I'm sorry. Somebody tell me they're selling tickets on Cash App. I'm gonna be like, you not finna scam me? What?
I mean, it can't be worse
than
than
getting scammed at Ticketmaster.
Ticketmaster be bidding.
Probably get a ticket.
Ticketmaster, y'all know that Dave Chappelle joke where he said he about to sign the deal, and he's just like, boom, and they just throw their dick on it. That's exactly what Ticketmaster be like. You be looking at the seats, and you're just like, damn, that's a good seat in there. You want that seat? You're gonna have to go through this dick first.
Ticketmaster put you right over the desk, no lube, just
lube.
Here's some fees for note, cause fuck you.
That is exactly. And I don't trust these third party situations no better than I trust, Ticketmaster. Like, damn, it was one artist. She was like, we are only selling tickets at the venue because I'm tired of my folks getting screwed over trying to
see that. I saw
come
that.
and see me. Yeah. And I'm like, bruh, if y'all take it back like that, motherfuckers got to stand in line. It might just be there. Unless it's a Beyonce concert. I'm not standing in line for no Beyonce concert because that line going to be all the way back to the expressway.
Yeah, that's a full-time job.
Oh,
but
for sure.
They were saying on the app, they said the queue to get a ticket was like, there was like 80,000 people trying to get 20,000 tickets, which is insane. So shout out to Kendrick.
Like, hey, what you thought was going to happen? Sorry, go ahead. Let me let you talk.
I hope he continues to kick Aubrey's back in. Like the further we get away from this incident, this great moment in hip hop history, it just proves that he was correct and that just Drake made so many missteps in this whole thing. And even just listening to his old music now, I'm just like, bro, I don't want to hear this shit. It's almost like the J. Cole thing. Like after he took off 7 Minute Drill, I just hear him talking like Cash Money shit in his verses. I'm like, bro, cut that shit off, man. Like I can't even take this dude. I take him even less seriously than I took him before. It's like, all right, bro.
J. Cole?
Like you just got packed. No, Drake.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's just embarrassing. He's embarrassing and he's Canadian and shout out to it is what
he's embarrassing and he's Canadian. I am having it's a real field day over here. That's how I feel about Ryan Reynolds.
All right, be easy on Ryan
Reynolds.
Yeah,
Deadpool's overrated. I will stand in that.
Let's relax on Ryan Reynolds.
That's so funny because I was joking, but I love getting the true opinions out of people. We got one Be Easy and we got another. That nigga sucks.
I've been on the whole Deadpool movies.
Love it.
But it is what it is. But kind of saying it on the West Coast, a big round of applause for Vince Staples. Season 2 has been approved by Netflix. He alluded to that in his album Dark Time. He got an undisclosed investment from Netflix. So shout out to him for probably getting the bag to do season 2. Have you watched the Vince Staples show?
Fuck yeah. It was great.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, I was a little scared. I was about to kick you off the broadcast, but
a little nervous.
No, the final episode. Hold on. I was literally in the chat telling y'all I was watching it. In your defense, that was April Fool's week, so maybe you thought I was joking. So I'm gonna let it slide.
The chat kind of goes crazy, so it's kind of hard to keep up with.
Bro, what the fuck? Doug, who are these bots? Happy Pride.
Beating my shit, gang, on top, gangy on top, open wide. Oh,
That's
Wow.
wild. Drop a subscription,
Happy Pride
though.
Month.
Hit the like,
Yeah.
hit the like button,
Hit the
bro.
subscribe.
bro. He said I'm
Don't
beating my
let none of-
shit. To who?
That's
Kidding.
that's
We,
crazy.
nah, nigga. We don't believe
Nah,
that.
Nah,
You
stand
a
on
fan,
Nah,
it,
you
he
a
boy.
was
fan,
trucking
you a
that
fan.
shit.
Boy, you a freak.
Freaky ass nigga.
Hold on, Breeze. I know you got a freaky frog button. Come on, press it.
Frog.
There it
we
is.
go.
You're a freaky frog.
That nigga was so angry in that
Fucking
video.
freak.
Bro, Danny, dog, what?
You're a freaky frog.
Why you so freaky, bro?
My uncle.
This is a Christian value-based podcast, dog. Like, what are you doing, bro?
Well,
All right.
Anywho, I will say about the season 2 of the Vince Staples show. I know a lot of people compared season 1 to Donald Glover's Atlanta TV show, and I feel like if I was to predict what was going to happen with season 2, I feel like season 2 was where Vince Staples is really going to establish that he is not like Atlanta in the sense of he's not going to leave Long Beach. He's not going to leave California. He is going to continue to be the main character of these episodes. And it's not going to be, 100% his story, but he's not going to all of a sudden, there's not going to be a full episode where it's about none of the main characters on that show. Like I would be stunned if on season 2, Vince Staples goes to Atlanta for the summer, you know what I'm saying, or goes to Miami for a weekend. Like I feel like every episode is going to be in Long Beach. And if I had to make a prediction about a specific episode, I was gonna tweet this out, but I deleted the video off of my phone. But he went up to the Breakfast Club and he was talking about how he was promoting an album and that he hates freestyling because it's like, dog, I spent 2 years doing this album and now you want me to freestyle up here? Like I'm out here feeling like a slave, giving this white man 82 bars. Like I ain't got no more verses left. Like I feel like there should be an episode about that whole process of having to go up to radio stations and freestyle after you've made a full album. It's like, come on, dog, what are we doing?
I mean, I do it for the culture. I actually think the opposite. I think he could. So it depends on what they do with the show. If it's like I guess it's going to be a series, but if they continue off like the end of last season, there could be an episode where he leaves the city for a little bit. And he did used to live in Atlanta for a little while. So I could see that, laying low for a bit after what transpired in the last episode. So I think that could happen. Like I said, I don't think it'd be for an extended period of time, but I could definitely see them just popping up for a second.
I think I think that's kind of where how differently we view the show. I guess because I don't view the show as like linear. I just view the shows as just singular episodes. Like this is just what happens in this episode. Nothing that happened in this episode connects with anything else. They're all just separate episodes. It's like I said, I compared it to Seinfeld, where they're just episodes that this is just a story about this day. Like whatever happened this day has no effect on what happens tomorrow. The only real, and I feel like we can kind of somewhat spoil it because it's been out for long enough, but the only real connection in that show is him going to the bank for the cereal and then that commercial being in the final episode. That's the only real connection between any of the episodes. There's no other connections.
Well, that shows they can weave them together. Like they can reference other episodes. So I think it's definitely a possibility.
I guess my thing is if you watch all those episodes randomly, like not in any order, the show still is fine. Outside of maybe that one aspect of it, but even with that, the show still makes sense. Like you don't have to watch it in order for that's kind of where it's not a linear TV show like Insecure, where something that happened in episode 1 matters next weekend for the next episode because it's all telling a story throughout the season. Boy, you are washed. Jesus Christ.
Look, I've been fighting for my life. All right. It's
Interesting.
Shout out
I'm
to you.
gonna share my sentiments very swiftly. I don't have any expectations for the Vince Staples show outside of that shit better be good because every time, because I hear what you're saying, like, oh, it's not gonna be, super duper similar, but I feel like in its own right, like, don't get me wrong, the episodes connect, but I feel like in its own right, it's more so closer to an anthology series than anything else of the way that the episodes kind of flow. And so especially the way that they like that shit ended, like that final episode, bro. Like, what was that? You know what I'm saying? Like, but so what I think is, I think it's gonna be, more so of the same. And I don't have any expectation because every time I had an expectation for goddamn Atlanta, a nigga popped out looking like Michael Jackson and was getting shot in the head. So you just don't know. You just don't know. You just don't know.
That shit was crazy.
It was absolutely, like, literally, what was more insane, the final episode of the Vince Staples season 1 or the Teddy, what was that nigga's name? Teddy Pendergrass? What was his name?
Teddy Perkins.
Teddy Perkins. There we go. Close enough. Or the Teddy Perkins.
Yeah,
Like,
nah, that shit was crazy.
bro, that's the kind of madness we're dealing with, okay? That's the kind of insanity we're working with here. You can't put a spin on that. These niggas are gonna hit the Heisman on us. We're not gonna know what's happening. Can't wait. I'm surprised people died in an episode and then came back like 3 episodes later.
Do we want this show to be more than? Do we want this show to be 10 episodes instead of 5 episodes like the first season?
Definitely. It should be 10
there's definitely some
but
meat on
since
the
it's on
bones.
Netflix, it's gonna be 8. They're hoeing us, man. They're hoeing us. We used to get 23 episodes in a year.
Jesus.
And that was one season.
Man. Too much, yeah. Like Lost had hella episodes. I was like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
And for that shit to all be a dream at the end, boy, I want to throw up.
Spoiler alert for the people who watch Lost.
Jesus Christ.
I've never watched Lost.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, that's not entirely accurate, but close.
But are you about to tell me I'm not? Are you about to tell me I'm wrong? Yeah, exactly. Imagine writing a show where for 10 years people are locked in, and then the final episode it's like, honestly, that nigga zoned out. Like,
that man took he slept weird.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga was off an edible for real. Like,
that's why you can't eat before bed.
It wasn't a dream, but
it was a premonition. So the nigga was what's that? So you just telling me that Lost is really just Final Destination. I got you.
So again, spoiler alert for the 10 people who didn't see Lost. It wasn't a dream. They were in purgatory. Like, they all died. They died.
Oh damn!
So the last, yeah.
So they were in purgatory is crazy.
And then like the last season, they had to do some weird missions to like
get out of purgatory. Yeah, that shit sounds ass.
Okay, so
you're not making it better.
You are terrible at describing shows that you want people to watch. I do not.
You know what? Speaking of shows,
I don't want anybody to watch. I don't want nobody to watch Lost. It was good for the first. The whole suspense about the island thing was really good, but then it jumped the shark real quick. In the end, they did not land the ending. But real quick, what was that goofy ass show about the plane? When they went to Jamaica and they came back and the kid was older.
It was a show? A show about a plane where they went to Jamaica and when they came back, the kid was older. You gonna have to give us something more.
I was about to say how Stella got her groove back, but you said TV show.
I'm screaming. What part did he get older? Like he never even got on the plane, bro. He was laying that dick countryside.
Okay.
Is it travel? Whoa.
All right, so this show, it was actually Manifest. It was trending on Netflix because it was on NBC, but it got canceled.
Oh, please don't spoil that shit for me. I really want to.
And they did the whole the whole Twitter, the whole social media campaign to save the show and to bring it back online. And it should not have got saved. It's literally It's the light version of Lost. That's all. It's literally the same concept. It's fucking terrible.
Everybody I know fucking loves it.
It's literally.
And it got Prince Charming from Once Upon a Time. And y'all ever watch that?
Absolutely not. But yeah, it's ass. But I watched last season. It was fucking terrible. I'm like, all right. Actually, they didn't even finish it. I don't think they're going to finish it because whatever they left off with after they brought it back was terrible. So I think that
what's so funny?
Is done so.
I have several people that were like, "It's so good. I'm glad they saved it. It ended so well." Y'all know what I'm ready to be saved? Stranger Things.
Man, get that shit out of here, man.
Okay, see, I've never watched a second of Stranger Things, so I'm
enough is enough, man. Enough is enough.
I'm good.
Them kids is like 42 now, man. Like they should have ended that show after 3 seasons, but it became so popular that they were just like, all right, I guess we have to just keep going. Like they ended the show on a pretty perfect note. I'm pretty sure it was after season 3. They ended it to the point where it's just like, all right, we ended on a high note. The story makes sense. We have closure. Let's just walk away on top. But Netflix is like, no, this is our most popular show ever. You guys are gonna just have to. You're just gonna have to keep doing it. Another season, another 2 seasons, another 3 seasons, and then they had one. They ended one season with a major character death, like a major character died at the end of a season, and at the end of the credits, they revealed that character was alive. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing? You cannot do that. That's bad writing.
Yeah, no, it was perfect. It was great.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. It was great.
It takes away the entire moment of seeing that character die, and then as soon as the credits are over, it's like, oh, no, he was alive.
Yeah,
or that person was alive. It takes away from the moment. I hated it.
Loved it.
You're a dick writer.
As the let me tell you, the Stranger Things dick. Oh man, I got that bitch lubed up and ready to go whenever.
You're sick. You're a sicko. He's a
freaky ass nigga.
Frog, I'll finish the sentence for you. Yes, I am. Just regarding Stranger Things. Let me tell you, there's Stranger Things inside of me. Am I right?
All right.
I'm gonna come.
Oh Jesus,
that's hilarious. Actually,
speaking of things coming to an end, I've already surpassed 4 minutes over my time. I'm hungry. I'm tired. Did you watch the X-Men 97?
I haven't. No.
Yeah, I just finished.
Okay. Well,
your homework is ready
to watch that. I finished JoJo a long time ago.
I'm talking about dude.
I haven't even started.
Fucking asshole, man. All right, what's the X-Men 97? That's what we on. It was good. I saw it in my dreams.
Well, we're gonna do an episode on that. Next time we'll do a whole episode. So I gotta go back and
I'll watch the whole thing so I can be a part of the conversation.
Yeah, it's cool. It's alright. But I don't have a song of the week, but I do have a show. Netflix. They got Your Honor from Showtime, starring Bryan Cranston. Great fucking television. Shout out to Joe Budden. He talked about it like years ago, and I don't have Showtime, and I was never going to get Showtime, but they put it on Netflix. I'm like, all right, let me check it out. Great television, unlike fucking Manifest and Lost. Who?
Sorry, I'm gonna let you finish.
Oh no, I'm good. That's my recommendation. Watch Your Honor on Netflix.
Okay. My show of the week is I'm gonna do 2. If you're a Black person, you should watch Loot if you don't already. If you're a non-Black person, you should still watch Loot, but also watch Hacks. Both great shows that just had their season finale about 2 weeks ago. So there's season 1 and 2 on Apple TV for Loot, and season 1, 2, and 3 for Hacks. 10 stars. Good shit. Just absolute chef's kiss, aces, both of them. That's number 1. And then number 2, my song of the week is going to be. Hold on. Oh, yes. My song of the week is going to be "It's a Photo Shoot" by Enchanting. Rip. I found that song the day that she died. When she was in a coma, so I was like, I'm gonna listen to it. Send some good energy her way. And then after I got done listening to it, I found out she died. So y'all play "It's a Photo Shoot." It's Enchanting and Gucci Mane, but it's a great song. Also, we should do a episode on why Gucci Mane's artists are either dead, in jail. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess it's your fault that she died. But anyway, I don't have like a song of the week or a show of the week, but I just want to kind of go back a little bit from what we talked about last week. How no rap albums dropped last week. This Friday, a whopping 42 new rap projects dropped in one day. And with that, I would like to give props and flowers to Sexy Red and the Ice Spice to be able to stand out the way that they did in such a like large wave of rap that comes out every week. For those two rappers and artists to kind of stand out, and the cream rises to the top per se. Like you don't have to like their music, but when you understand how much rap music comes out every week, it's hard not to give him credit for standing out and being around this long. Like Ice Spice is going into year 2 of Munch being out. Sexy Red is one of the hottest rappers, male or female, out right now. And they made it, they made a name for themselves. They had a personality. They made catchy songs. They made, had their own style, vernacular, all that stuff. They did everything that they needed to do to stand out. Because when you think about, on average, 20 to 25 rap projects drop every Friday, something new, and you're the only one that was able to stand out and have staying power. It's impressive. Like, I'm not saying that you have to like their music, not saying that their music is great, but you have to respect the fact that they were able to last this long.
I'm not respect shit.
That's hate.
I second that.
Hate.
Again,
that's hate.
Shout out to them.
And Breeze don't second anything I say. That's how you know it's real.
I'm
sorry. Don't nobody give a fuck about them hoes. I don't want to
42 albums came out on Friday.
Shaking your ass.
42 albums came out on Friday, and I ain't even fuck about Ice. I'm not giving a fuck about either of them ginger-headed hoes. Okay, I don't care.
But you know who they are.
Of course, I know who they are. I leave Breathe suck dick. I know what these bitches doing. Like, that's it. I don't care about them at all. But you know what? I respect that.
You gotta respect the hustle. You can't not respect it when you see how much music comes out. How much music comes out all the time.
I respect the hustle of industry plants. I'm so sorry. But I will say this, Marcus. What does Breeze's look for?
Okay, as we wrap.
Jesse, I love you, Jesse.
Jesse Smith, shout out to you.
I love you, Jesse. I love you so much.
Happy Pride Month. This is KCSC. We out. Y'all are wild. Peace.
Not Happy Pride Month.